Hello, so what is Solo Adventures? Solo Adventures kind of clues sort of in the name, but maybe not necessarily exactly that. So I won't be going abroad, well I might do at some point, but the initial, in the first instance, the Solo Adventures just are basically about a man who's nearly 50, cannot believe that, next year I'm going to be 50 next year, so I'm wishing my life away because I'm still 48, but I'm going to be 49 next month, which means I'm 50 next year, obviously. So almost this time next year I'll be 50. So recently single. So I just thought, you know what? Like, is there a taboo or is there a stigma? I don't know. Maybe there is a taboo, a stigma when you see people out and about in restaurants on their own, whether that's a man or whether that's a woman. People going on holiday on their own. People going, you know, just to the seaside on their own. Whatever. It's an interesting one because, as I just said, I'm 48 and I used to work in the corporate industry for 20 years. I worked in dentistry for 20 years. I'm currently I am a boxing coach now and have been for the last 8 years. And that's what I do. It's my full-time, that's what I do for a job. And years ago when I worked in the corporate industry, I had to stand up in front of people, give presentations, PowerPoint, you know, be in big groups of sometimes up to 150 people, and I was quite a confident person, I think. You know, I had my insecurities like we all have, which you'll, if you follow this journey, because this is going to be a journey, if you follow this journey, then you know there'll be many reasons to why I'm doing what I'm doing that will become apparent, with, you know, with my anxiety, my depression and things like that, and how I cope with anxiety, especially in the man, because it's not cool to be sad and to be depressed and and have anxiety and all that sort of stuff, or show your emotions and talk about your emotions. But yeah, I used to stand up in front of people and give talks. I've done talks about male suicide before because it's something that's unfortunately for the wrong reasons close to my heart. But as the years have gone on, I've lost my confidence. Like really lost my confidence. Although I'm a boxing coach and I'm in front of people all the time, when I'm in a sort of, if you like, solo scenario, I'm quite an unconfident person. I've actually just come back about an hour ago from having lunch. It's in the town where I live. It's a smallest town near Cambridgeshire. Lovely town. Lots of walkways, lots of rivers and stuff, which I'll take you on as I go on these sort of solo journeys, adventures. You'll see a lot of where I live and stuff like that. And I was nervous. I was sitting in this restaurant. No one cares. No one cared. Absolutely no one cared. I had my earpods in because that's what we do, right? We sort of distract ourselves looking on my phone, looking at Instagram and Facebook and things. But I felt quite anxious in there, just sitting on my own. Now, so this is really what this is about. Okay, it's about stepping outside of my comfort zone and doing things on my own. So there won't be anything too extravagant to begin with, but who knows where this is going to take us, right? So initially it's just going to be about doing things like that, going for lunch on my own, going to the seaside, you know, going out for the day on my own, I suppose, if you want to call it that, staying overnight in a hotel on my own. So just solo stuff. I'm going to go to watch the BTCC, the British Touring Car Championship, next month I think it is, and I normally go with a friend, but he's not around, so I'm going to take myself away on my own to do that. Going to the cinema next Friday, so a week to Friday today. It's Easter Friday today. A week today, I'm going to go and watch the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. Now, I know it's not a particularly great film, but watching it in 4K on the big screen, you know, with probably surrounded by fellow geeks, is probably going to be quite good. I never actually saw it at the cinema. Did I? No, I did see it at the cinema. I went to the midnight showing. But anyway, so going to the cinema on my own, like that doesn't sound probably to most people like a big deal, but actually it can be. If you've got a little bit of social anxiety, just, again, turning up and that, you know, because I'm going to be, let's face it, I'm going to be there. There's going to be couples, there's going to be families, there's going to be friends, all going together, and you've got this one man on his own. So again, it sounds like it might not be a big deal, but internally for me it is. So this is really what this channel's about. This is just an introduction about what this channel is going to be about. It's going to be about that. Follow me on a solo journey, essentially, and then wherever it takes us. If I decide I want to go to Benidorm for a weekend on my own, which is something I might want to do, things like that, and I'll take you with me, right? So if that's something that you think might be of interest, especially if you're in a similar situation to me, if you're sort of a man on it, not necessarily just a man on his own, but a person on their own who maybe suffers with a little bit of anxiety, social anxiety, yeah, follow the journey basically, see where it takes us. I'm looking forward to it, and I feel fairly comfortable in front of a camera. Sometimes I do get a bit paranoid when I'm walking around with my GoPro and I've got it on you know, on a tripod or whatever. I try and not have anything too massive. I've got the GoPro, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, so it's a stick essentially that holds it. It's got a remote control in it, Voltar. GoPro Voltar, which you can use to work with the Bluetooth on the GoPro and stuff, and that gives it a little bit more. It's a bit more obvious than when you're walking around like this. Sometimes I just walk around with the actual GoPro because they're quite small. It's a bit more indiscreet, I suppose. So yeah, so let's see where it takes us. Thank you for clicking on this video. This is just a very quick introduction, and then the next video you'll see is me doing the first adventure, which probably will be now going to the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. I'll take you along. Obviously I won't be able to take you while the film's on, but I'll take you along just in the car on the journey. What it's like being a person in their late 40s, doing things on their own and jumping out on my safety net, as it were. But anyway, hope that makes sense. Thanks for watching this introductory, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks a lot.